EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is taken at the 3. Shifts by him. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Second down, here's Mixon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Detroit!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. 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 Detroit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Oh, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. He's to the 10, and this is caught at the 8. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Another big hitter there, this one good for 18. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll give it to Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll set up to throw. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready? Like 20. 20 seconds.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey. 4 down. 20 seconds.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. I got 19.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Open man. Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 4 down. Step out.
Now they try the right side here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Jack 16.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he rifles one incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. A handoff to Mixon. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot.
Back to Mixon on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. To throw now on 2nd and 10. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Green, 39. Green.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at its 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Snickers, you gotta spin. Corner.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 7, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Jack 16.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
4 down. 8.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Let's go. 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Here we go. Hey.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Samuels, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Green. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 90. Percent of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. To the left side here for Eifert. 10 more there and another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. of the gun. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll drop the throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Eli Rogers back deep for the Steelers. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Throw that sack complete to Smith-Schuster. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Roethlisberger now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Going top shelf for Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
On
first down, it's Roethlisberger. Shakes off the sand. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Kerry Hyder in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And Boswell's kick is good. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
Here we go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's James. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Roethlisberger to his big target, James. All 6-7 of him for a Steeler first down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Samuels, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. to throw here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He'll get it up the middle, and he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. The Steelers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Preston Brown with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 3-19!
Here's a give to Mixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Oh, he sheds himself free. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Double. Jack 16.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to rifle one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And give him a gain of 37. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. That's complete right around the 8. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. They'll come out in the pistol. Now it's Roethlisberger. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Check. Focus.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Samuels, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Check, Patriot! Patriot! Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing one incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They're going to look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And the pitch goes to Mixon. And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. And the Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. And Eifert has it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Joe Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. 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 Detroit.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Let's go. Snickers, you got to spin. Jack 16. That, 180.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain of 39 that time. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
8.
And they'll go on the ground. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
Let's get it.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue
first down. He'll drop to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
This is Mixon. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Looking to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run with Mixon. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
4 down, 4 down. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. On the run, it's Mixon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Steelers, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall to 5 and 3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.